Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pick a Stack Wednesday. If you are new to Pick a Stack, your mission is to think of an idea, an issue, or a question in your life, in a loved one's life, in your family's life, in your community's lives, or in the whole world, and then choose a stack. This is stack number 1, stack number 2, stack number 3. You can also choose 2 stacks or all 3 stacks. I highly encourage people to listen to the entire video because you might learn something in stack 3 even though you only chose stack number 1. What I'm doing right here is I'm using the golden singing bell to charge up the crystals and me and the cards and everyone who's listening to this. This opens up our heart chakra so that we may receive. Today, the animals want to help. This morning when I was meditating to receive what I needed to know for Pick a Stack, I kept seeing all these animals. So what we have today is this is little Rosebud. She's our rose quartz unicorn. And this is our little baby dragon. He's out of clear quartz. So they are assisting us today. Now, whatever that means to you, in these times that we're experiencing right now, we have lots of opportunities. And the animals that are in our lives are here to help us and assist us and work with us. So pay attention to the animals. I've noticed a lot more birds out in my neighborhood, a lot of different kinds of birds that I usually wouldn't see right now. Dogs and cats are acting a little strangely because they can feel the energy shifts. The Schumann resonance, which is the frequency of the earth, is going off the charts. And then it comes back down and then it goes up and off the charts. And so it's going up and down like a roller coaster ride. The animals can feel that. And if you pay attention to your animals, they tell us what's coming and what's going on. So please pay attention to your animals. In fact, I've got the Princess Althea is laying on the floor at my feet right now, which is really unusual. She doesn't do that during a Pick a Stack video. So even she's here almost like, I don't know, it seems like she doesn't want to be separated from me lately. So she's probably helping. So having said all that, let's get started. If you chose stack number 1, your stone is Dragon's Blood Jasper. And remember, I said the animals want to help. I don't choose the stones. My spirit guides choose the stones. So Dragon's Blood Jasper can enhance emotional balance, nurturing, and protection. And we all need that these days. It can also promote patience and stimulate perception and personal power. It is believed to dissolve sadness and sorrow, self-pity, grief, and may even dispel critical tendencies and closed-mindedness. So we need to put these things everywhere. This stone is also good for protecting against nightmares and depression, negative thinking, aiding memory. This is a really good stone for the heart chakra. It's got green and red, red almost like the blood. And because it's called Dragon's Blood Jasper, it can help with any blood issues. So if you have, if you're on a medication that affects your blood, this would be a good stone to carry in your pocket. You can also use this to cleanse your aura and help you develop psychic abilities. So that is your stone, Dragon's Blood Jasper. Your first card is from the Spirit Song Tarot, and it is the lovely 10 of Shells. This is equivalent to the 10 of Cups in other decks or the 10 of Water. This is like your happily ever after card. And that's funny because it's the very first card that we pull. This is like all blessings and like I said, it's your happily ever after, or maybe not your happily ever after card because that assumes an ending, but your happy today card, your happy right now card. And your next card is from the Animals Divine Tarot, and it's the Two of Swords with the sparrow. Now remember, just a few minutes ago, I was talking about all the birds appearing, and now here we have a pelican and a sparrow showing up. Now, last week we had a lot of swords, and what we were talking about is we need to drop all of our baggage, our emotional baggage, our attachments to things and to events, you know, that might have a traumatic effect on us. We need to drop that. So now we have the Two of Swords. We're down from 10 of Swords down to Two of Swords. And it's almost like, hey, yeah, you've done a lot of work in the last week. And you've got the Two of Swords with the 10 of Shells. So this is a very emotional time, which, you know, everybody that I've talked to, like I was saying earlier, this is a roller coaster ride of frequencies. That makes us feel emotional. When we're losing our baggage, we can be emotional. When we're working on ourselves, we can be emotional. Not to mention the Schumann resonance, which keeps going up and down. So there's an emotional roller coaster. There's people leaving us. There's people that we are sort of pushing out of our lives because maybe they're not of a high frequency like we are. But there's a lot of disconnection, but intentional disconnection is what I get. So there's a lot of that going on, and it's emotional, but this is good emotions. This is like release and that sigh of when we release or right after we release. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it because you are on a good path. You are releasing that which needs to be released. And, you know, another thing you can get from this is talk to the birds. I know of quite a few people who are working with the birds to release. So talk to the birds. Ask them to take things away. They can fly away with it, you know, very far away, so you don't have to deal with it anymore. And then take that sigh of relief and release. So that is your two tarot cards. And your oracle card, which is from the Magical Menagerie, is the fox. The clever fox. Let's see, can we put that right there? Let's see what the book says about the fox. The fox says, fox is universally associated with quick-wittedness, slyness, and cunning, as well as the intelligence demanded of an animal that has a reputation for being a champion survivor. Now, how cool is that? You get champion survivor after dropping all your swords, releasing all your baggage. Legends abound of foxes' adaptability and wily nature, from China throughout Europe and in the United States. Associated with this swiftness of thought and a sure-footedness born of wise caution is the ability to move silently and unseen. Instead of being seen, fox is the keen observer and watcher. All foxes' senses are acute, hearing and smell as well as sight. In addition, fox has the reputation for being fiercely protective of the family. They use their natural cunning to good effect. So that is your spirit animal guide today. Hopefully this resonates with you if you're watching this part. You're doing really good work on releasing. There's like a happily ever after or happy today sense to it, and be like the fox. Be cunning and be wily. And yes, be protective of your family. And that doesn't just mean your nuclear family or your extended family. It means your community family. It means your soul tribe. I'm very protective of my soul tribe. Don't mess with my soul tribe. You're part of it if you're watching this video. Okay, that was stack number 1. If you chose stack number 2, your stone is Carnelian. And this one jumped out at me. I don't know if you can see the lines in that. There's some really interesting lines in there. So Carnelian can protect you from low vibrations, poverty, calm your temper, and help you keep your sense of humor. It can help an insecure person find strength within themselves so they can come into their own. It is full of life force and vitality and can stimulate metabolism and increase fertility and influence the female reproductive system. It helps to overcome frigidity and impotence, heal lower back problems and arthritis, and improve absorption of vitamins and minerals. So royalty used to wear and be buried with carnelian. Now, what's interesting about carnelian is the Princess Althea now has carnelian on her collar, along with her Herkimer diamond. This is good for the root chakra. The root chakra is, that helps us ground. It helps us feel stable and secure. So it's a good stone if you're having those feelings of insecurity. All right, so your first card is from the Spirit Song Tarot. And you have the card of strength that goes right along with that carnelian. In this deck, the strength card is represented by the elephant. And of course, when we look at an elephant, we think of big and strong because, they can lift trees with their trunk. They can bulldoze things. But they're also very soft and gentle and nurturing with their young ones, and even humans. So this is all about courage, but it's also about endurance. And with all the stuff that's going on these days, we need that endurance and strength because a lot of people are tired right now. We're tired of all the stuff that's going on. We're tired of fighting. We're tired of not being compliant or being compliant. But a lot of people are tired. And so this card is speaking of, you know what? We're almost there. Just hang on. You got this. And and just so you know, that's a major arcana card, which is a message from the universe. And your next card is the Queen of Swords. And this is from the Animals Divine Tarot. And the Queen of Swords is represented by Athena. And just like I said in stack 1, here is another bird. These birds are just everywhere and they really, really want to help. So the Queen of Swords, this is the Queen of Air, the Queen of Truth. I mean, just look at her. Look at her face. There is determination there. She is thinking, I got this. I got butterflies. I got birds. I got a snake. Like, she's got all the helpers that she needs. And of course, she's the queen. She's been there, done that. But this is all about wielding the truth. Or as the truth comes to you, you know what to do with it. Does that make sense? Sometimes the truth is for us, and sometimes we're the carrier of the truth and we take it where it needs to go. Like you'll see a YouTube video maybe, and it's somebody talking about a specific thing. Their job is to carry the truth and to disseminate it to more people, not just to keep it inside themselves. Sometimes we're just supposed to learn the truth for ourselves. But she is not learning it just for herself. She's learning it for her people because she is protective. She's going to use that sword of truth to help her people. And she's going to do it with the strength of an elephant. And it looks like the wisdom of the owl. And there's transformation too, because there's butterflies. So this truth is going to help transform her people. Nice too that we've got the Carnelian with the queen, because that's all about nobility and royalty. Remember, you are the queen. It doesn't mean if you're a man, you're not the queen. The queen is a title. It's not gender specific. Oh, how cool is this? So your card from the Magical Menagerie is the owl, another bird and another affirmation, because the owl was in this card as well. The animals are so amazing today. So let's see what the book says about owl. Let's see. Owl is universally associated with wisdom and knowledge, largely because this twilight creature of the threshold is recognized as having access to secrets and to esoteric lore. Let me just put that up there for you. There you go. This knowledge also confers objectivity and impartiality. Owl also represents the silence of the wise, those who watch and listen, but who keep their own counsel. Now in stack number 1, we had the fox, and it talked about being a silent watcher. In that card, this is also a silent watcher. Owl is gifted with the ability to see the invisible and is associated with exceptional powers of insight. Owl has great powers of perception and cannot be deceived. And that goes right along with this bearer of the truth. Owl is an astral traveler and a powerful guide to the other world. He brings messages from the deep unconscious, often in the form of dreams or flashes of intuition. He is the bird of omens and is associated with the moon, hence clairvoyance and the psychic realms. Owl also represents solitude and those pursuits that will encourage the development of psychic abilities such as meditation. Very cool. So be royalty, be strong. You have that endurance and strength inside you. You know you do. Be a silent watcher. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Listening is really big these days because not a lot of people do it, and most people need somebody to listen to them. So if you can be a good listener, you're helping not only other people, but you're helping yourself, because you might actually learn something, and you're wielding that sword of truth. So I almost feel like you're gathering the truths. Who knows? Maybe someday you're going to write a book. If you're supposed to write a book and you know it, here's your affirmation. You're supposed to write a book. So that was stack number 2. If you chose stack number 3, your stone is Larvikite or black moonstone. Trying to get some flash. I can see it in my hand, but I can't see it on the camera. It's in there. So Larvikite or black moonstone is very protective and grounding, and can help create a strong connection to the energies of the earth and the spirits of nature. It may assist with inner visions and enhance psychic abilities, allowing us to see the past, providing clarity to visions of past life recall. Look at, I'm going to put it right here. There's your little dragon. Larvikite can help us to see ourselves through the eyes of our higher self, teaching us patience and security in the strength of our own intellect, stimulating creativity and the exchange of wisdom. It can also help us in making decisions based on facts or truths rather than emotion. So that's really interesting because that was on stack number 3, and we were just talking about the owl seeing the truth and the Queen of Swords with the truth. All right, so your first card is from the Spirit Song Tarot. Ooh, and you have the Magnificent Buffalo for the 8 of Crystals. This is the 8 of Earth. This is all about material abundance. So this is money, wealth, it's material possessions, it's 3D world stuff. Now, I'm going to take this as good things, not baggage, okay? So if you're thinking it's baggage, yeah, it could mean you need to clean your house and you have an abundance, but it could also mean you have an abundance of something coming to you, an abundance of money or wealth, an abundance of resources, whatever it is you need for your project, okay? And you have a major arcana card from the Animals Divine Tarot, and it's the Tower. Now, the Tower in this deck, instead of being represented by an actual physical tower, is represented by thunderbirds. Thunderbirds are these great big birds that literally, are like thunder in the sky. They bring their own storm. They create change. This is a major arcana card. So you've got this giant buffalo, and if you've ever been near a buffalo, you know they are big. And now you've got the biggest bird. And again, birds. We've had birds in every stack. And what I was saying in the very beginning is birds are just all over the place here. They are bringing us messages. They are messengers from Great Spirit, Source, God, Creator. And so now you've got the Thunderbirds in this stack bringing you change. And this is big change. I feel like it's big change because of the buffalo. If this was the mouse, I'd say, yeah, there's going to be a change, but this is big change. There's big change coming for you. Now, I know there's big change coming for me because I keep seeing 555 everywhere I go. And that, 555 in angel numbers is change is coming. And every time I see that multiple times, in the past, there has been some kind of change. So I know there's some kind of change coming for me. So, I'm even looking at this going, okay, yeah, there's a big change coming. I know it, but we don't need to be afraid because look at this buffalo. This buffalo is saying, yeah, there's change coming. I'm cool. Change is good. If you're afraid of change, you need to think about why you're afraid of it. What are you afraid of? You're probably afraid of the unknown. Well, let go of that fear of the unknown and realize that your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors are watching over you. They don't want you to fall or fail. But once you know and have faith in them, they're like, hey, I got you. I got you back. We're going to send birds to help you. We're going to send a buffalo to help you. We're going to send your neighbors to help you. We're going to send whomever. But there's help coming if you need it, as long as you have faith. So part of this card is about you having faith that even though you have a change coming, you've got this. You have prepared your whole entire life for whatever change is coming. Let's say it comes tomorrow. You're ready for it. So stop worrying. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Look at, he's not worried. He's like, yeah, it's coming. I'm good. I'm not even going to, stampede or cry or anything. I got this. So whatever's coming, you can handle it, and it's going to be good. And this is funny. So we have the big buffalo, and your magical menagerie card is the cow, which is another really big animal. So we've got the big buffalo, the big cow, and the largest bird. Something big's happening. You think? I think. Let's see what the book says about cow. Cow. Oh, you are kidding me. I don't usually draw the cow card, but here we go. The cow card is associated with wealth. So remember when I said this 8 of crystals, you have something big coming to you? Well, here's wealth. The number of cows possessed used to indicate the wealth of a family, and in many parts of the world, this is still the case. Thus, cow represents possessions, goods, and even money. The rune Feo, which means wealth, is associated with the cow. Cow also refers to generosity and security, hospitality, and the spirit of welcome. Cow is conscientious and attentive to the well-being of self and others. Cow is very family-centered and likes to include friends as part of the family. Cow regards everyone as part of one big family. Consequently, her inexhaustible supply of milk nourishes all. Hers is the milk of human kindness as much as real mother's milk. Cow signals the appearance of the mother goddess and her loving attention. Cow also represents spiritual riches. In Celtic myth, cattle are gifts of the goddess, and the wealth of the people are tied to the well-being of these animals. Neighboring tribes would sometimes try to steal this divine favor, as in the cattle raid of Cooley. So if you chose stack number 3, big stuff is coming. If it's not here already, it's coming. And it is good. And so what just came to me is you need to know that you are worthy and that you deserve it. All this good stuff that's coming to you, you need to know you're worthy. So if you need to work on your self-worth a little bit, just, tell yourself, I am worthy of all good things. I am worthy of all good things coming to me. I deserve all the good things coming to me. Make that be your mantra. Okay? Because it's coming, and it's going to be good, baby. It is going to be good. And remember, this is a message from the universe. Do not take it lightly. So that is your stack number 3. And let's just have a little golden singing bell to close this off. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel. I love you guys. I send you my love. I send you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things. Because just like in stack number 3, you deserve them and you are worthy. Thank you, everybody. Namaste.